joining me. This is RJ's Cave. Good timing, because this time around we're going to be talking about this little guy right here. This little monster in disguise. Actually, that didn't sound bad, did it? So, anyway, before we get into it, do me a favor. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more, then definitely hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. This way you get messages whenever we drop a new video, and hopefully YouTube gets the message and starts putting our videos in front of more people. Anyway, now, this is the Boss Katana Mini. This is kind of the oddball out in the Katana lineup. The Katana lineup is mostly modeling amplifiers, right? Excuse me. So mostly it's modeling amplifiers. This is not a modeling amplifier, okay? This is basically a little bedroom amp that you can take with you on the go. That's about the best that I can describe this as. Doesn't quite have the bottom end to be a really fully usable in my opinion, but you can get some decent tones out of this, okay? I'm not really a lead player. I'm looking for more chunk generally, but if you're a noodler, then this is actually a pretty good option. It's got 7 watts. It's a 7-watt amplifier with 3-band EQ. It has the gain section, volume knob. It's got a gain knob which runs across all channels, and then it also has a built-in delay, which actually can be used as echo and reverb as well. So that's 3 uses right there on one, and then you also have all those different levels of distortion. So you can get a few decent tones out of here. Okay, so you can have fun with this. I've surprised a few people. Problem is, these days there's modeling amps are getting smaller, and they're right around the price point of this now. And so if you got an option between picking up a Roland Cube for about $130, and it's basically a small modeling amp, and it sounds great, and it's the same price as this, where this is a little lacking in the bottom end. This is more of a classic amp. It doesn't have all those built-in effects. Then you gotta go for the little modeling amp. You know what I mean? So when I picked this up, pardon me, the retailer was looking to get rid of it. So and I knew him, so he gave this to me for $100. But and I've owned it now for 2 years, so at least 2 years. So back then, modeling wasn't quite where it's at now. It was just getting there with the Katana series and all that had just come out like a year or 2 before, and everyone else is kind of getting up to speed. And, more or less, don't take me as gospel, okay? So I think they kind of thought that this might fill a niche that more gimmicky stuff like these was kind of filling. Thing was, this was $35, $40 if you were getting ripped off. I would probably only pay about $30, which is this is about 4 times. The Katana is about 4 times the price of this. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. This speaker is kind of junk right out the gate, and it's 1 watt. So this is not the same as this, but I think they were trying to take that niche stuff and turn it into something a little bit that was a little bit more closer to the classic bedroom amp, and I don't think a lot of people got it. So, but I think it does succeed in that kind of vein, because when you look across the front here, like everything I've said, there's also on the back, you have an auxiliary jack for your phone or for your MP3 player, for those of you who still have one. And then there's also the headphone jack, okay, which can double as a line out. Believe it or not, I actually used this a couple of times on my brother and I's podcast, the Wicked Theory podcast, which we used to do a few years ago. So you check that out on my playlists on the channel page. So you can do stuff with this. This is actually pretty cool. It comes with the AC adapter. Forgive me. It comes with an AC adapter, and it also takes 6 AA batteries, right? And the tones are decent. Like I said, I think I said that I like crunch, right? And chug. You know, I don't get a lot. Doesn't really quite get there, you know. But as far as higher end tones, it's bright, glassy all day long. You want to do leads, tapping, all that stuff. You can actually practice that stuff on this. All right. So it's definitely not a bad little amp if you can find it at a deal. I would pay $80, $70, new ish. You know what I mean? So if you can find it for about $80 new, I would say okay. I would think about it. That's about where this should be. I mean, do remember that this is 30 to 40. Okay, so at 80, this is you're getting a lot compared to this at 40, right? Or even 2 of these, right? So. That helps. Anyway, I was gonna do a whole playing thing and all that. I don't think I really need to. It's not really gonna do much here, guys. I'm sorry. All I have is the lapel mic, and you know, there's not a lot that's gonna be coming through that's gonna be accurate to the way this actually sounds, especially once it goes through the compression at YouTube. So. Sorry guys. I don't think it's gonna, that kind of thing is gonna work out too well most times, until I can actually get better at some more advanced text stuff on the tech side. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. Okay. I'll just leave you with, think about it. This is not the Fly. This is not the Katana Fly. This is far from it. The Katana Fly is about $329. And it has Wi-Fi and all that stuff. Not Wi-Fi, but it has a battery out. It has a Wi-Fi channel, and not channel, but it has the connector. So you can just connect to the guitar, and then when you're not using that, so you don't need the wire, and then when you don't need that, you just put it back in the unit, and leave the unit plugged in, or if it's got battery, it'll charge that again, so that the next time you want to use it, all you do is pick it up, plug it in, turn the amp on, and you're good to go. So it's got that level of convenience, so it's worth every penny. As far as everyone says, and I don't disagree. I've never used one, but for everything it's got on there, definitely check it out if you can afford it. But if you're looking for something on the lower end, or if this is just like part of your collection, and you just got to collect some gear, this is not a bad thing to have. All right, I have fun with it. I mean, I don't use the other one, that little thing. I've used it maybe 4 or 5 times. This I've used. This I brought out in public, and people have actually been impressed by. So you can't say much more than that, okay, for something this size. So anyway, guys, thank you. Thank you for being here all the way to the end. Please consider subscribing, okay, liking. Definitely hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. This way you get the messages, and they get the message, and all that, yada yada. Okay. Next time, look for a few videos in the future about this guitar and a few other of my more personal things. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit more about what goes on at the cave, and so you guys get to know the cave a little bit, as well as other things. So definitely come back, check us out, and subscribe. All right, this channel wants to go places, and we want to help you go places. Just remember that when you make music, you make magic. So learn to make music so you can make magic, because we need some magic in the world these days, right? So anyway, thanks for joining me. This is RJ's Cave. I'll see you next time.